Hello, this is Top Prep Sports Interviews by Sunil Sunder Raj. This evening, I'm happy to be speaking with Chelito Madrigal, a point and shooting guard on the experienced Prep Academy basketball team located in Johnson City, Tennessee. Once again, Chelito, thank you for taking time out to speak with me tonight. Great to be, said interviewing, a number of players on the basketball team. Congrats on your success. This has got to be just an absolutely tremendous opportunity for you, Chelito, to be a part of a real, outstanding group of players and a coaching staff here and playing the best, teams across the country.
Yeah, it's really nice that every game it's a big game and we can't take it off. And every game for us is basically an opportunity to get an offer because we play so good of a schedule.
Yeah. The fact that traveling across the country and just in terms of that exposure, but playing Oak Hill Academy, IMG, JUCO colleges. This is just, you guys are going up against, players are going to be, at the Division I level. That's just going to be, just in terms of, uh, seeing where you stack up, but, the fact that you're playing, some of the best competition. These guys are going to be not only playing probably Division I ball, but they're going to be, maybe in the NBA, down the road and, or even playing overseas. That's got to be, again, very rewarding here, Chelito.
Yeah, it's always you feel good. No, you feel good knowing that you're playing with the best people out there, and if we can compete with them, then we can compete with it, basically anybody in the country.
Yeah. Hey, talk about those games. I'm sure that there's they're highly competitive and just in terms of up and down the court. So about again going up against these top notch teams. It's got to bring the best out of as said you guys, and then of course the opposition as well. But just the fact that it's again a lot of eyes on you guys, and the fact that there are coaches out there, recruiters. Taking a look at it said you guys up and down that roster.
Yeah, playing those games. My first game against Mount Verde, like it was probably the fastest game I ever played in. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
used to that tempo, but now every game's like that, and at that higher level, the game's just so much quicker. And I finally got to catch on, and now we're all moving quick and we're all good.
Yeah, no, that's great. Hey, putting that number 22 jersey on every time you the court take the court 6'4", 190. Obviously, have the size, got the weight here. Chelito. Talk about your game both on the offensive and defensive end. Here, especially playing for Experience Prep Academy here.
All right, I'll start off with the defensive end.
Okay.
Uh, uh, the special thing about me is I could basically guard 1 through 4. I can guard a little guard if you need me or someone in the post. And I'm always active on D, and I got my teammates back and everything, and I'm willing to take charges. And
Mm-hmm.
then on offensive game, I think the special thing about me is I can shoot the ball and I can get to the cup, and I can play point at 6'4", and my passing abilities up there as a point guard.
Yeah, that's a great thing is that you're so multidimensional here, Chelito. The fact that you could really affect the game, on many levels. Again, that's got. Just the fact that you could contribute in that fashion. Um, I'm sure, again for you, is very beneficial when you're out there on the court with your teammates.
Yeah, it helps me and my teammates a lot because wherever the mismatch is, I can go in there and play a guard spot or whatever my team needs me to do. I can go out there and do it.
Yeah. Hey, talk about putting that jersey on every time you take the court, Chelito. It's got to be a lot of pride and joy, when you do so. Just describe that experience.
I mean, every time I go on the court, the main thing is like I'm just having fun, doing what I like to do. And then now that the games are limited now
Mm-hmm.
that pressure's starting to build up, and I know I don't have too many games left, so
Yeah.
gotta enjoy my last games while I have them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's true. Well said. Have to ask you about the staff here. Just again, a tremendous, led by head coach Patrick T. Grayson, assistant coach Eric Cross, and then you have Rod Lovingsworth, aka Coach Rod, head of business operations there at Experience Prep Academy. talk about what they've meant to you, personally here, just in terms of your development here, Chelito.
Uh, they helped me a lot. Much they show so much things for us, like within recruiting, and I feel like most teams aren't as connected with their coaches we are, because our coaches are basically with us 24/7,
Mm-hmm.
and just being there all the time is and knowing like your coach has your back feels pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, just talk about, I mean, the fact that, it comes down to those X's and O's and like, especially when you're in the heat of battle on the sidelines. Just talk about Coach Grayson, Coach Cross, especially, those times. I mean, when you really need, said that type of leadership, I'm sure that's essential, for you guys and the rest of the team.
Yeah, it definitely is. Coach Grayson, Coach Cross, they do a good job of giving us like a speech or some kind of motivation to get us ready to go to battle.
Yeah. Hey, before I came on there, I was saying that I'm so impressed, again with not only yourself but the rest of the team, guys from all over the country coming down here, coming down there to Johnson City, Tennessee, uh, away from home. And I know that you mentioned, said how you've learned to live on your own and you've made a lot of friends, and it's really great. I mean, it started with Varun, then Charlie, last night. Still have, said. Taj, said Ian Becker, Jaden McCoy, to come, said, and this is just a great series of interviews. Talk about this. I mean, it's, I mean, I've covered football before, but I think even in basketball, you have a true brotherhood here, and you guys really need to like rely and depend on each other. Talk about how you guys have been able to mesh it together and develop that chemistry on the court.
Well, I have two teammates that are my roommates,
Okay.
and we're together 24/7, like literally always doing stuff together on and off the
Mhm.
court. And basically, the whole team is we're all together 24/7. We're all on the same journey, and just uh, we hope everybody gets there at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I agree. 100% with that. Hey, I said you've been playing basketball for a long time. What's some of the intangibles that stand out about the sport, Chelito? Best, I said other guys, whether it's a practice, a game, off the court, maybe, you know, lips. What is it about it that just again that you enjoy so much that makes you, come back year after year, to play it?
I just love competing, and it's always good going up against a good component opponent and just competing.
Yeah.
Because like I remember being in the driveway competing with my older brothers, and like that was probably the most fun. Just getting your first win against them and just
Yeah.
getting better years and just competing.
I mean, obviously you have the drive and passion. I mean, ask any athlete this, that you can't take a day off. I mean, if you want to be the best at it and excel, you got to put in the work and you got to have that, that work ethic in terms of 24/7, 365. I mean, it's just really that's what it, the nuts and bolts, what it comes down to. I'm just saying, like, just in terms of how you've been able to keep up with that pace. I mean, it's again, it requires that commitment, said, to the sport, but what you've been able to do, said, just to keep your skills, sharp here, again, I said, year after year, Cholito.
Well, me and my roommates, we like motivate one another when one's not like trying to go to the gym. The
Mm-hmm.
other one, like we make each other go. And so, like, we know that we have to get better every day and we can't take days off. And usually one of us motivates us to go every day.
Yeah. Hey, I asked the other guys this, Cholito. I'm wondering where that growth spurt came, 6'4", I said, when, it said, was there a certain, time, it said where it just, it took off for you here?
Uh, it's been pretty gradual. Like, I went into high school about 6 foot, 6'1", and
Okay.
then every year I've been growing an inch.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, I obviously strength and conditioning, nutrition, it's a restaurant recovery that kicks in there in terms of those components. I'm wondering, for you, like on a personal basis. I mean, of course, you have the team activities, team practices, but what you've been able to do that's really worked out in terms of over the years, uh, and the fact that here you are in, just absolutely, fantastic shape and really I said again, the results are panning out for you on the court here, Chelito.
Well, with me, to stretch a lot, like before or after practice. And
Hmm.
I always soccer my whole life and always ran a lot. So I always been like pretty fit.
Yeah,
And then I've never hated running. So that's always been a good thing to keeping me fit and
yeah.
ready for some practices.
Yeah, you bring up an interesting topic in terms of being, multi-sport or playing multi-sports, is how like one sport can affect another. And again, with that conditioning, phase that can really keep you going. And just like, in terms of staying, in shape year round, talk about that. How, I mean, those are the two sports I know that you really concentrate on, was basketball and soccer. I mean, that's going to be so much fun. Like the fact that those sports have meant so much to you here, Toledo.
Yeah, my older brother plays soccer. And
Okay.
so like our whole lives, and then like we've been playing with each other our whole lives. So I just love those were my two favorite sports growing up.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's crazy how much one sport can help you with another.
Yeah.
Because basketball's helped me with soccer, and soccer's helped me with basketball.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear. Before we came on the air, I'm glad you dropped this info that you're from Peoria, Illinois, attended Peoria Notre Dame High School. Talk about your time there. It said Chelito, and of course, making that transition. It said all the way, from Illinois coming down to Johnson City, Tennessee. But describe those times there.
Yeah, I had a good time in high school. My basketball program was actually pretty good the time that I was there. And it was weird coming from Peoria to Johnson City. Like I've never lived in a place like this before.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, I think it just helped me out. It showed me a different life out here.
Yeah.
And uh I don't mind it out here anymore. When I first came here, I was like, oh, I didn't really like it. I wasn't used to it. Now
Culture
I'm used.
shock, right? I think it brings a sense of independence and also responsibilities. The fact that you have a structured schedule every single day, and from day one when you arrived, I'm sure that the fact that you had to grow up quickly, you had to like said learn how to multitask, and said focus on, of course, not only just your athletics but your academics as well here, Cholito.
Yeah, it was difficult the first couple weeks, but once I got into that routine, it just
Yeah.
became easy. And like now, I don't even think about it.
Yeah, no, it's again, that's terrific. Hey, I'm wondering, Cholito, when it comes to watching, professional sports, especially the NBA, what players you definitely, look out for, and said, pay, close attention to here.
My favorite player in the league is Jason Tatum. I
Okay.
just love his plays. I think he's really smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I think, he has become definitely, I would say, now top five. I think, you really can put him in that elite group here. He is that good. And just in terms of the way he can, do it on both ends, but of course, driving, slashing to the basket, but then he can, hit it from behind the arc. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's definitely, I said, the face of the Boston Celtics franchise. And I said, you could say that across the NBA, it just yeah, I mean that's one player that is very dynamic, and people pay to see. Hey, it's just not being an athlete, you said, it's being a student athlete. 3.6 GPA. I mean, you obviously have that time management, organization skills down, but as I said, it's rough. I mean, with again, so much time dedicated towards playing basketball. I'm wondering what's worked out for you, said since you arrived at Experience Prep Academy here, Cholito.
I was just saying, getting your own routine, whatever routine works for you. So I
Mm-hmm.
found a routine, and I just try to like keep on it, not stay away from it, and then
Mm-hmm.
or once I got in that routine, it's became easy, and it's just like became an everyday thing for me, and I don't even think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's excellent. That is great to hear. As you know, we live in a day and age of social media, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, Twitter has become huge, in terms of highlight videos. And that, again, to have, that spotlight, have, your accomplishments put out there, as said on Twitter. Talk about that, being able to tap into that, utilize that. I know that, again, that's so critical in terms of, that you want to play at the next level, you want to play in college. And I know for a lot of athletes, again, it's just been outstanding, just be able to utilize that. But talk about that. I mean, Chelito, I'm sure you really try to harp on that, quite a bit as far as social media.
Yeah, I'm just thankful that we have all these platforms that we can put our game out on and to
Hmm.
get connected. Because like back in the day, I remember if you didn't get seen by a coach in person, like there's nothing they could do. But now
Yeah.
we have like so many opportunities we can do to get a chance.
Yeah, no, it's great. As you know, you need a good structure and support system. I said four siblings. Want to ask you, just parents, that support. You said you have, you know, siblings that have played athletic, sports. So also, and that's gonna be great to have that, common theme and that bond, together. Talk about that, just leaning on them, said during this academic and athletic journey here at Chelito.
Yeah, so I got three brothers and a sister,
Okay.
and ever since I've been growing up, I've been playing with like all my brothers, and just it's like that's what started everything in sports because we would always be playing together. Like if
Hmm.
one sport, it was another, and then yeah, like my dad's always been helping me out with whatever I like doing. He'd put me in, and so is my mom. Like they do it all basically.
Yeah, that's fabulous to hear. That really is. As you know, you need time to kick back and relax. And I know you just start, spending time with your teammates, but I know you enjoy playing golf. And I think it's, FIFA, soccer. I mean, talk about that, being able to sort of clear your mind, relax, and just, take a deep breath because, again, so much, you have going on every day. But I'm sure, when you have that time, you can set aside again, it just really, makes it that more, said useful and special here.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do probably like on my free time is go golfing with my dad and my brothers
Hmm.
because like we're just out there having fun, even though we're all not that good. But
Yeah.
it's fun being out there, not worried about
Yeah.
nothing.
That's great. That's great. Hey, before we get the final word here, Chelito, I think you're just a great spot here. To offer some much needed advice and a message, for the younger kids out there, the athletes out there. And so, I mean, I can't even underscore how competitive it is out there. I'm sure, I said, when you were attending high school, even before that, middle school, it starts so young, like in terms of kids who are trying to, sort of separate themselves from the rest of the pack. And, they're trying to move up that ladder, but it's not easy. And then I said, you got social media out there. I, I'm wondering, what would you say to them if they were watching this interview and just in terms of trying to figure out what sports, if it's basketball and they want to end up, I said one day in your shoes, what would you say to them, Chelito?
Well, I'll just say like regardless of sport, is just don't focus on that social media too much and just get better every day. Just focus on yourself and get better every day.
That's great. Okay, Chelito, you get the final word and message here for family, friends, teammates, and coaches at Experience Prep Academy, even at Peoria, Notre Dame High School, and for the community back there in Peoria, Illinois. I'm sure that there are people who you definitely want to, say thanks to. So want to give you the floor.
I want to say thanks to my parents, my mom, my dad. They put me in the position to do whatever I want. And thank my siblings and thank my little brother Cruz. He's probably gonna be watching this, and basically my whole family because I can't think of a better family and all my coaches I had to put me where I'm at.
That's great. Hey, Chelito, just an incredible honor and privilege being able to speak with you. Congrats on your success. I know there's more to come. You still have games, left here in the season at Experience Prep Academy, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what you do. Of course, at the next level in college, I'm sure we're going to be hearing from you, said beyond that. So, keep up the great work.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.